Thank you. Just a notice that the meeting will be recorded for us this evening, so you can click continue to consent to that. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you'll all mute yourselves and join along with me as we say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Shastri, are you serving as Toastmaster tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, good evening, Shastri Stewart, our president and Toastmaster of the evening.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for that. So tonight is going to be a very festive and wonderful and exciting and amazing meeting. So typically, just for our guests, typical Toastmasters meeting has 3 sections, but this meeting is a little bit different. So we'll have only a table topic section, and we'll have trivia, and we'll have our general evaluation section, and we'll also have prizes at the end. So before I begin, I want to introduce our guests. So our guests, I'll call on you. You tell us your name or introduce yourself to the club, and then tell us who invited you, and then also how Toastmasters could benefit you. So first, I will go to Dan the man. Sir.
Hi, you all. I don't know how it's going to benefit me at 76, but I've always had an interest in public speaking. My father belonged to Toastmasters in Worcester, Massachusetts, 60 years ago. I just wanted to, with this pandemic, I'm just looking to broaden my horizons, I guess, and I'm anxious to see what the meeting is all about. But thank you for inviting me. I went online, and I live down the street in Bellagio on Lantana and 441, and this was the closest meeting site.
All right, well, thank you so much, Dan, for joining our meeting. And after our meeting, if you'd like to stay 5 minutes to talk to our VP of Membership, Micheline, please feel free to do so she can provide you some additional resources about Toastmasters program.
Well, thank you.
All right, our next guest, Denny, you're back. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Very good. So we already know that Mike introduced you and invited you, and you are going to be a member, as we discussed earlier today. So congratulations on that.
Appreciate it dearly.
And will you participate in our table topics tonight?
Sure, yes, I will. And I have a guest as well, my cousin McCohen. Yep. We're excited to participate in tonight's festivities.
Awesome. And Dan, would you like to participate?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. All right, now to Diana with her light. Diana, if you could just introduce yourself briefly and tell us who invited you. Well, no one invited you, I guess. Online invited you, and
yes, I invited myself.
You invited yourself. That's right, and that's okay. Tell us how Toastmasters could benefit you.
Okay, so my name's Dana, and I actually have a couple of colleagues as well as my boss who have encouraged me to look into it and reach out, as communication is not one of my strong suits. It makes me very nervous, but here I am, taking the first step out of my comfort zone and seeing what this is all about. And I live down the street too, so it was the closest club.
Awesome, Diana. I'm glad to have you for our meeting tonight. Thierry, my man Thierry, back again for a second time. Thank you for coming, sir. If you can just tell us what Toastmasters could do for you.
Toastmasters can do a great deal of things. I just said a filler word as an example. It's something that I'm looking to improve upon. I think as well, second filler word, that for me, public speaking is something that's natural. It's just something that I need to improve and have more structure on, in terms of just delivering the message that I'm seeking to deliver. So three filler words so far for the counter, but always a pleasure.
All right, perfect, awesome. I'm glad that you're taking note of that.
Actually, awareness is the first step.
Yeah, of course. And Siri, are you willing to participate in our table topic session?
Actually, I have a conflicting appointment, so I will be here for the earlier portion of the session, and then I may have to excuse myself early.
All right, well, you're not off the hook because table topics is our meeting tonight. So
Okay.
that'll be the first thing that we'll be doing.
Okay, so if that's the first thing, then if I'm in on the early queue, then I'll participate gladly.
Awesome, awesome, thank you. Nicole, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Very good, very good. So if you can tell us how Toastmasters benefit you.
I'm just new learning to this. I was invited by my cousin Benny.
Okay.
So I'm just here to learn and see what's.
I think you have an echo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys may be too close together. Maybe it's probably what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and we have Shastri Stewart or Thomas Bembreno. Yeah. And Maria. So we'll start with Thomas. Thomas, if you can tell us who invited you and how Toastmasters could benefit you.
Well, hello, everybody. I was invited by the Toastmaster himself, Shastri Stewart. And I think that it could really help me. Well, for example, I just used a long I think that Toastmasters could really help me become a little bit more comfortable in my public speaking ability. And I don't know. I've heard a lot of Shastri's speeches, and he's a very powerful public speaker. And I think I'd like to learn some of those skills, and some of that ability would be very, very, very beneficial.
Hello, everyone.
Awesome.
My name is Maria. I was also invited by Shastri to the Toastmasters tonight. And I think Toastmasters would help me to be more eloquent when speaking in English in public. I think that's something that there's definitely a lot of space for improvement for myself. So thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here.
Awesome. And I did not tell them to say those nice things, okay? Anyway.
That's fine.
Okay. All right, so we'll move on to our meeting.
Thomas and Maria, can you change your name at the bottom of the screen so we know who you are? Because you're coming across as Shastri.
We will do our best. We'll try to change that right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, without any further ado, tonight is a special meeting. So we'll only have two sections. We'll have table topics, which is impromptu speaking, and then we'll have a trivia section, which has to do with the holidays. And my Toastmaster, Sonia, will be leading that section of the meeting. So the first thing is table topics. We're going to do it a little differently tonight. I'm going to make it very easy since we have so many guests, and we want to make it as easy as possible. It's not a contest where it needs to be difficult. So I have only one question. So I'm only going to be asking one question for the entire meeting. But there are few twists and turns. So the first thing is you have to use 4 words when you speak. Our word of the day, ethereal, frosty, jolly, and gift. So when I ask you the question, you have to use those words when you provide your response. Secondly, what we'll be doing is honest and dishonest. So I want you to tell us a story, but you have to either create something that's not true, or you could say something that's true. And then we get to vote whether if you're being honest or if you're being dishonest. The person that gets the most votes for honesty wins the competition, wins table topics. So the question is, give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience. Give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience. So I'll go through asking the questions to every member that's participating, and you'll provide your response. Everybody understand? Any questions?
Is that the one
Yes,
using
Dan.
4? Is that the one using 4 words?
Yes.
Can you repeat
Everyone,
those words?
I was gonna put it in the chat, but it is ethereal, frosty, jolly, and gift. All right. So I just wanted to explain the roles. All right, so now to our functionary roles. Toastmaster Sonia, please explain your role as accounter.
Toastmaster. I am
I'm
actually
sorry, hold on.
the trivia manager.
Yeah, my bad.
But I can
Actually,
step in if you need one.
Toastmaster Shay Greaves, please explain your role as grammarian woodmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. One benefit of Toastmasters is that it helps people improve their grammar and word use. Being grammarian provides an exercise in expanding listening skills. I have several responsibilities: to introduce new words to members, comment on language use during the course of the meeting, and to provide examples of eloquence. Today, the word of the day is ethereal. I don't have the definition in front of me, but it isn't on our agenda. Toastmaster of the Day, can you help me by reading that definition?
Yes, it is extremely delicate and light in a way that seems too perfect for this world. Extremely delicate and light in a way that seems too perfect for this world.
An example of that word, ethereal, used in a sentence: she appeared to have such an ethereal quality that no experience could touch. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Shay. Thank you so much. And Toastmaster Michelle, please explain your role as timer and general timer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I am responsible for monitoring time for each speaker. I operate the timing signal to indicate speech length. Timing begins with the first verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. As a general timer, whomever is speaking and has control of the meeting, please pay attention to the red color behind me. This means you get to wrap up where you are as quickly, professionally, and efficiently as possible. Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. And you always do such an awesome job as timer. So please pay attention to Toastmaster Michelle. Her screen will tell you your time. So the timing for table topics will be, Michelle?
Thank you, Toastmaster. Allow me again, Toastmaster, to display the green card. If it's 2 minutes, Toastmaster, I will display the green card at 1 minute. The yellow card at 1 minute, 30 seconds. The red card will be at 2 minutes, and at 2 minutes and 31 seconds, I will jolly and frostily clap you off the screen. Thank you, Toastmaster.
All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. All right, so we'll go ahead and move on and start our table topics section. All right. Now, as I stated before, our table topics give members who are not assigned a significant speaking role the opportunity to speak during the meeting, and I challenge each member with a subject and they respond with a 1 to 2 impromptu talk. Now, remember to use those 4 words. I'll put that in the chat as well. All right, for our first contestant, or participant, let me see here, their agenda. Okay. Tim Morrell, give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience. Using the 4 words, it could be a fictional or it could be a truthful story. Toastmaster Tim Morrell.
My favorite holiday experience. Wow, I've had a lot of them, been around a long time, but my favorite holiday experience is the Santa's Reindeer Pony Parade. Now, in my background screen, you could see how we were just so excited last year to be doing this. Pre-COVID, no sort of thing, but all of the little Santa's villages, look at that village, very ethereal. Look at the ponies getting ready. Now, is that a frosty looking pony or what? There you go. Look at that, lighter than air. Those were the creatures that Santa was relying on. Of course, there's me, happy to be out there, but I can't begin to tell you just how exciting it was. Picking out the tree, the frosty, the jolly tree. There we are. Oh, now that is our most jolly Santa's reindeer. We put them in a flight school, the Santa's Reindeer Flight School Pony Parade. And let me tell you, nothing is more exciting than the gift of Santa's reindeers and all of the trimmings. I've done Christmas a long time, but never have I done it before with Santa's reindeer in training. Flamingos were all a part of that. Look at that barn. That's an ethereal setting. Look at the smile on a caregiver. Oh, that tree. Santa couldn't wait to get there. Look at his chair. Look at those. Oh, everything about it. And that was the most magical time of all. That A-Ride, Santa's Reindeer Flight School Pony Parade doesn't get more ethereal. Look at that. There they are on parade. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Mr. Topic Master.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you for that wonderful storytelling. As always, I chose you first because you're veteran Toastmaster. So thank you for setting the example for our guests. Toastmaster Sujana.
Good evening.
Good evening. Give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience using the 4 words. It could be truthful or it could be fictional.
My favorite holiday is Tihar, which is Festival of Light. It's one of the Hindu festival. It's the biggest in South Asian countries. It's a very joyful time of the year. It's around November, so it's quite around the holiday season where most of the religion have their holiday. It is very frosty. There is gift exchange in this festival as well. There are 5 days in this festival. The festival is celebrated for 5 days. The first day, crow, the bird crow is worshipped. Second day, the dog, we worship even dogs. There is religious meaning behind why we worship these animals. Third day is cow, who is also considered as goddess of wealth in Hindu religion. Fourth is Mahapuja. Mahapuja is you worship yourself for your health throughout the year. And fifth day is Brother Puja, which is also known as Bhaitika. So these are the 5 different days of celebration that happens in one of the biggest festival, which is Tihar. It's also known as Deepavali or Diwali, which is the festival of lights. It's a jolliest time during this period where people are celebrating health. They come together to enjoy food and music. It's a ethereal time of the year. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Sujana. Wonderful job. Thank you. Awesome. All right, our third participant, Micheline. All right, give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience using the 4 words, well, at least 3, and also it could be fictional or it could be truthful. Go ahead.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. My favorite holiday is Christmas. The most favorite one I can remember is when I first came to the United States. When I was living in New York, and the very first night of snow. It was beautiful. The lights in the snow was just amazing. It felt like you were walking on the clouds. The snow was so white, I've never seen anything like it before. It was frosty, and the gifts under the tree were amazing. We felt jolly as a family as we sat around the tree and looking outside of the window at the snow. That was one of my favorite. The second one was recently, about 4 years ago, when I moved from New York to Florida. Obviously, it's no snow, but it was obviously amazing to see that we can celebrate a festive holiday like that with the lights in the tree. That's something that I've never seen before. The palm trees lit up, beautiful. I still are so excited when I'm driving through the streets and looking at the houses, how the palm trees are decorated. So Christmas is my favorite holiday. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Micheline. And Woodland. All right, give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience using the 4 words: ethereal, frosty, jolly, and gift. And then also it could be fictional or it could be truthful.
My favorite memory of the holidays is when I was attending school and we got to take time off school. And that's my favorite memory of the holidays because I hated school. And yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you, Woodland. Thank you. Again, please make sure that we try to at least use the 1 minute, get to the 1 minute mark. Mm-hmm. If you need to think, you could pause, take a deep breath, recollect, and then proceed. Again, it does not have to be truthful. It could be fictional. You can just make up a story. Okay, so remember that. On to our guests. Diana, you're my next victim. Give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience using the 4 words ethereal, frosty, jolly, and gift, and it could either be fictional or truthful.
Oh, ethereal.
Okay, so it's really hard to pick just one holiday because from October all the way up till December, we have all types of holidays between Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. I would say that one of my favorite times was a couple years ago. I got to go to Colombia to visit my grandparents with my now fiance. It was a really jolly time with all the family and traveling, going through the mountains. We got to see some of the towns that were already started to get decorated, and they looked so ethereal with all the churches and the lights just everywhere. In terms of frosty, well, when we went up in the mountains, it got very frosty up there with the wind just hitting us in the trees. So we got lucky that some of our family brought blankets because we were not prepared for that. You know, we thought it was going to be a nice temperature, kind of like Florida. We didn't get to have any gifts though, but we did buy some to bring back to family that didn't get to come with us on the trip. So it was definitely one of the jolliest time. And I wish that, you know, we could do that again sometime soon. I haven't seen my grandparents in a while. Thank you.
Awesome, Diana. You did a wonderful job. All right. Nicole, you know the gig already. You repeat the question. Give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience using the 4 words ethereal, frosty, jolly, and gift. And it could be fictional or truthful.
Okay, we're coming from Haiti, you know, we didn't have snow, so Christmas was always my like a favorite holiday. You know, we never know what snow is like, but coming to America, and first place I went to was Boston, and it was a third because seeing people's spirit. You know, it's different than you know Haiti because there's no snow. People just celebrate Christmas. You know, we give of course stuff, but there's no Christmas without no snow, right? So so yeah, and it was some beautiful to see, and you know people, you know even strangers meeting other people, you know exchanging gifts, you know, like I said, seeing the snow, frosty snows, even people, the kids would make frosty little cups, ice cups, you know, stuff like that, and then you know it was jolly, you know, you know singing jolly songs, and I think it was the most experience for me.
Awesome, Nicole. Great job. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right, on to, we're missing Denny and Dan. So, Denny, give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience using the 4 words ethereal, frosty, jolly, and gift. It could be truthful or fictional. Go ahead.
Holiday seasons. Well, when I think of holiday seasons, think of time spent with family, loved ones, just having a grandest of times doing whatever it is that comes to our mind. Something that I always remember that always warms my heart is when it's nice and frosty out, you know, and the windows start to get all icy and it's all chilly and everybody wants to get cozy together, you know, wrap each other up in covers, you know, feel our jolly spirits mingle together, right? It's always such a humbling time, enjoying the gift of life, right? So just experiencing the holidays with family, you know, expanding your mind to just all the wonders of life, spreading the gift of life, an ethereal experience of love, right? It's like no other. Holiday seasons. We love them so much, right? Thank you, thank you. To the holidays.
Awesome job, Danny. Great job, man. All right, Dan, give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience using the 4 words: ethereal, frosty, jolly, and gift. It could be fictional or truthful.
You're on mute,
Dan,
Dan.
you're on mute.
There, that should do it, right? Okay. As a retailer of photographic goods, I was deeply involved with the ethereal aspects of gift giving for both the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah, which lasts for 8 days, and of course, Christmas. The ethereal experience was the joy of gift giving, seeing people getting pictures of their loved ones, getting material gifts of cameras, and it made all the 80-hour work weeks very rewarding. The hours were long. We left each night in Massachusetts. The nights were cold and frosty, but the rewards were great. That's it.
Awesome, Dan. Great job. And last but definitely not least, I know that we had 7:29, but let's just get all our guests. So give us a captivating story about your favorite holiday experience, theory, using the 4 words: ethereal, frosty, jolly, and gift. It could be fictional or truthful.
So did you call on me just now?
Yes, sir.
Ah, wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Toastmaster. My favorite holiday came from when I traveled from the frosty lands of Canada to Florida to visit my family. My brother, who is a member of the Toastmasters Club, Mike Cantave, who's unfortunately not with us today, was getting married. And so I was to arrive to partake in his bachelor party. So the moment I landed in Fort Lauderdale, I immediately rented my car, which was a sporty and I would say ethereal Mustang, if we can use that terminology, because it was so nice. It felt so good to drive with the top down in December. Who would do that but a Canadian? But my stopover at the store, at the Walmart, I believe, entailed me taking on the jolly role of playing Santa Claus, because all of my nieces and nephews, including Denny, who is on today, will remember that I purchased gifts for all of the kids that were at my mom's place. And so I came in a rush with a bag full of toys and gifts, and I dispersed them to all of the kids. I gave Giovanni a big doll-sized Batman. I gave Natalia toys. All of the kids, Giovanni, Kelsey, and Kayla, received toys. And all I had left for Denny were cones. To this day, you know, cones that you could actually play soccer and sports. Not the grandest of gifts, but it was good to see all of my nieces and nephews, so on and so forth, my godson. So with that said, it made me feel imperial to actually just get back into the car after that, coming in like a thief in the night or like Santa Claus, and then just to get into the car and go on I-95 and put on my flashers and wait for the caravan to take us to South Beach, to where we would celebrate the evening and the gathering of my brother along with my family, cousins, and friends, so we can celebrate the union that he is still married 15 some odd years later. So that is my story. And Thank you very much.
Thank you, Theory. I appreciate your speech and your table topic speech. Great job. You actually used all the words. So we had Tim Morrell, just to recap. Tim Morrell, Sujana. We had Micheline. We had Woodland. We had Diana. We had McCohen. We had Danny. We had Dan, and we had Terry. So general timer, did all our speakers meet the time requirements?
All our speakers except Terry met the time requirement.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So Terry used all 4 words and Danny used all 4 words. Dan used 3. I might have missed a few, but Dan used 3. Tim used 3. Sujana, Micheline used 3 as well. Diana used 3. And McCohen used 1. So you guys all did a wonderful job. And the reason why I chose that table topic section was to really exercise the brain on impromptu speaking. So without further ado, we'll head into our next section with Toastmaster Sonia Garate, our trivia mistress. Sonia?
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. And so now it's time for trivia. And we'll be using Kahoot. To do that, I'm going to put a link in the chat. Please copy this and follow along. And this is how we will play. You have to have 2 screens open. You will see my screen, and then you'll also answer on the link that I just sent. I'm going to give you the code in about 5 seconds. And the game code, I'm going to share my screen with you and you'll be able to see it on my screen, but I'll also put it in the chat. Can everyone see a purple screen with Kahoot?
No.
Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. I'm sharing my screen right now. Yes? All right. The pin for tonight's game is 2646681, which I'll also put in the chat. I'm not able to access the chat as I'm sharing, so can someone else please put that in? 2646681. So to join tonight, if you never played Kahoot before, click on the link, put in that game pin, and you will join with us virtually. Once you do put the pin in, you get to choose a nickname or spin, and we have one in who is a joyful piranha tonight. Cute Sloth and Agent Lion. I love these names. I've got 10 of us. I'm missing 4 of us tonight. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes and then we get started.
If anyone's having any trouble getting in or getting connected, just let Sonia know and she can help you get it sorted out.
Sonia, I can't get back to my, because you're sharing the screen, I can't get back to my chat.
So what you could do is...
Oh, okay, I think I found it, sorry.
Okay, so you can minimize and probably have another tab open.
Okay.
Anybody else having trouble?
Theory says he's not going to be able to play tonight, and I'm not either. So that's
Okay.
2 people.
Okay. I think if you're using a phone, it will be very challenging to join and stay in the meeting. So Michelle, a few more moments, and then we can get started. And even if, I think that's you, Michelle.
Okay, good.
Yes, let's begin. So look at my screen for the question and you answer on your screen, choosing the colors.
What?
You also have a time limit. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0.
What was that?
What were we supposed to do?
Could you see my screen, Dan?
Yeah, all I saw was 4 colors and 4 shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the answers. So you have to see my screen to see the question.
Okay. All I have is the answer screen. I never could get your screen.
Oh, so probably it's there. It's just a separate tab. See if you can hover at the top and switch tabs.
I'm computer illiterate.
Give it a try for the next one. Here we go.
Okay.
So it's a question of speed and also the correct answer. Go Rockstar Seal. Next question.
I can't see anything here. No, I can't see anything.
Is it taking the answer?
So the correct answer there was base camp. I'm sure most of you have logged on all the Toastmasters and have been to base camp before.
Sonia, just before we launch the next one, Dan.
Yeah, I'm on the. I couldn't open up a second window. I didn't know how to do it.
On your keyboard, there's
Yeah.
a button next to the space bar that says Alt.
Yes.
And then left of the Q is Tab. Hold Alt in and press Tab.
Okay, okay, got it. Yeah.
That should switch you between the different screens.
Okay, I'll try it. Okay.
Can you see Sonia's screen that shows the different questions?
All I see, like right now, it's showing a pink is 1, blue is 0, yellow is 1, and green is 4. Apparently, it's an answer summary.
Yeah, so that's my screen, Dan. So that's good. So now on the next question, look at my screen first, and then you can toggle back onto the answer screen.
Yeah, the 3 choices I have here are the answers, the Zoom meeting, and time's up. It's not showing the questions. Why don't you just continue without me and I'll just listen in.
Okay, I'm sure you get the hang of it if you toggle a few times.
Okay.
Here we go, next question. Oh, wow. You guys know your history, Greek descent. Good job. Rockstar Seal is still killing it. Here we go, next question. Yay, Dr. Seuss. And of course, we got Rockstar Steel. Let's go and take him down, whoever that is, Rockstar Steel.
President is on. The new president.
So the answer here is Kwanzaa, celebrated from 26th of December to the 1st of January. Still on the leaderboard, Rockstar Seal. Next. So Hanukkah is also known as the Festival of Lights.
Madam Trivia Master,
Yes.
a question.
Yes.
If I click on there, to me, I just answered that and it says 0. Nobody answered it. So am I doing something wrong? How do you get the answer checked?
Okay, so possibly you are clicking on the screen that I'm sharing, which is my screen, and you have to answer on the link that I sent in the chat, which will open up the 4 options for you to choose from.
Okay, I'm out of it then.
You can still click on the chat and you can still join. There's always time to join. It's not a one-time option. So I'd love to have you try again, Michelle.
Okay, 264 6681. This is not being timed, right?
Sorry?
This is not being, I don't have to time this, right?
No,
okay.
Joining is not timed.
So I have to toggle back between your question and the screen.
Yes.
Oh, that I didn't understand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, I was just on your screen checking away.
You're
okay.
in now.
Okay, so play Kahoot is, which screen you on now? Jesus.
All right, so this question, no one got right. So let's take a look at this. After completing levels 3, 4, or 5 of a Pathways, Toastmasters can recognize your achievement by sending an official letter to your employer. Yes, that's right. So everything you do here in Toastmasters can be recognized and can have value outside of this arena. And it can definitely help you in the job front. Next question. Rockstar Seal still killing it on the leaderboard. Service and integrity, 2 of Toastmasters International values. Ah, Joyful Piranha is on top. Woo! Rockstar Steel, still go strong. I'm not giving up on you. We have some serious drinkers here at Wellington Toastmasters. We did really well with that. Made with rum, yes. The word grog, any drink made with rum. And Cute Sloth is the serious drinker. They got that one in first. Next question. So I'm going to play a song for you guys and you'll select the name of the song. Here we go, it's loading. White Christmas, that is correct. Cute Sloth, still on top. Monthly. So Toastmasters magazine is published monthly. And as a Toastmaster, you should receive a physical copy in your mailbox every month. And you can also view the online edition at toastmastersinternational.com. Here we go. Next question. Frosty was brought to life by a top hat, but the carrot nose was the most popular answer. Knowing Jaguar knows his or her Christmas carols. And that is true. Kwanzaa uses candles of black, red, and green. Knowing Jaguar still on top. Next, we have two more questions. Oh, and Dan gave us the answer to this in his speech tonight.
Oh.
Eight nights in Hanukkah. Yes, thank you, Dan, for sharing that earlier. Knowing Jaguar still on top. And last question for tonight. So this is a surprise, isn't it? It's an angel. I know most of us probably use a star, which is why we chose star, but an angel is the most popular decoration to put on top of the tree. And let's see who won tonight's trivia. In third, Agent Lion. Joyful Piranha in second. Knowing Jaguar, congratulations to you guys. Knowing Jaguar, could you please share your name and reveal yourself in the chat to me? Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster Shastri.
Wonderful job, trivia mistress. Awesome. So much fun. Unfortunately, I didn't get to win, but it was still fun nonetheless. So thank you for that. We'll move to our general evaluator section, and then we'll come back to the voting. Are you ready, Gary?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I think tonight was definitely a very different and fun evening for us to celebrate the festive season. So thank you to everyone for participating. For our general evaluators report, just a heads up to the R counter and grammarian that I'll be calling on you for your reports. The meeting started a few minutes late. We had some technical difficulties with getting started. So the guests were all welcomed. Toastmaster Shastri did a good job of welcoming all the guests and asking them about their involvement in the meeting tonight. Toastmaster Hyun joined and dropped off, so I'm not sure where she was, so we didn't have any dignitaries tonight. Toastmaster Shastri did lead the group in applause. The table topics portion of the meeting was very informative with all the participants. So Toastmaster Shastri did a good job of including everyone on that. I think maybe the 4 words were a little bit challenging, especially the word of the day. I know that adds some level of complexity and helps people really think through what they were doing. So I think possibly if we'd just done the last 3 words, that would have helped ensure everyone met the objective, which I know most people did anyway. But that was definitely a fun way of doing it. I was glad I didn't get called on. I think all our participants did a great job this evening. So well done. And all our guests, you guys did a great job. So you should all be proud of yourselves for that. And trivia was great fun. Unfortunately, I didn't win either. I know that it's always a little bit tricky for some of the guests and some of the members that are on their phone. So maybe we can do a trial run next time just for 2 or 3 questions before we get started with the actual competition. That's a possibility to help ensure everyone gets the hang of things. But I think the questions were great for that, and definitely really enjoy the trivia when Toastmaster Sonia leads us in the trivia. So thank you for doing that. For our grammarian, I believe, is that Toastmaster Shay?
Yes, Toastmaster Gary.
Do you want to give us your grammarians report for the evening?
Yes, so for this evening, we used the word of the day a total of 13 times. So that was really strong throughout the meeting. Also, the word imperial was used versus ethereal. It can sound very similar by one of our guests, Theory. One correction I would make is it was said it was said we didn't have snow, but the context was saying that we never had snow, meaning like because of the location that they lived. And then some phrase that I highlighted were it was ethereal, seeing people's spirits. The trees were ethereal, and feeling our jolly spirits mingle together. I like that wording.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shay. Not sure if we ended up having an R counter tonight. So I don't think there's an R counters report. that concludes my general evaluation of tonight's meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shastri.
So thank you, Gary. You always do such a wonderful job and very detail-oriented, and also highlight the things that we need to do to improve for our next meeting. I want to stress to our guests, this is not our regular meeting format. Our regular meeting is formal speeches, which includes 5 to 7 minute speeches. We have table topics, which is what we did today, and then we have evaluations, where we have evaluators evaluate our speakers. So just so you know. So we'll move on to our polls for the best table topic participant. And Gary will go ahead and do that.
Toastmaster Sonia, would you like to launch poll number 4? Perfect.
Oh, no.
And I'm closing the polls in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the results of the polls for tonight for our best table topic speaker at our holiday meeting. Let's give a round of applause to our guest, Diana. Congratulations, Diana.
Thank you. That was unexpected.
Well deserved.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so moving on. Thank you, Gary, and thank you, Sonia, for assisting with the polls. All right, so I'll go ahead and close the meeting. We're at 8 o'clock. Again, this is not our normal format. We do have an organized format, but this was a themed meeting for the holidays, so we wanted to celebrate that with you all. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll highlight our guests again before we exit. I'll ask you what you thought about our meeting. If you can, give us some honest feedback, and hopefully we could have you back on the 21st for one of our normal meetings. So I'll start off with Dan. If you can, tell us what you thought of our meeting tonight. Dan, you're mute.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Yeah, no, I think it was very interesting. It's nice to see so many young people involved. It's like spending a day with my grandkids. But I'd be interested in doing more with the group.
Awesome. All right, Denny, you did a fantastic job as table topics participant. So if you could give us some honest feedback about our meeting tonight.
The meeting tonight was fantastic. I enjoyed everyone's personalized stories. And I just love the holiday spirit and the holiday energy. Everybody seems to open up a bit more and be a little bit more forthcoming with how they're feeling and just spreading love. It's important that we always remember to do that. So appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome, and appreciate you joining us again and becoming a member. Thank you. All right, Diana, what were your thoughts? Any feedback that you would like to provide about our meeting tonight?
I really appreciate how welcoming everybody was. I really enjoyed it. I know that you emphasized that this is not the normal format, but I'm excited to come back again and see what the normal format is like.
Awesome. Awesome sauce. Very good. And we appreciate you being here tonight. Mikomen, sir, what are your thoughts about our meeting tonight?
Just feeling so welcome. You know, it's been a while since I just interact with a lot of people, especially, you know, y'all been strangers. You know, you're welcoming really good, and I like to see more and more. And then I enjoy, especially that little game. You know, kind of test my little what I know. You know, but you know, I appreciate y'all.
Amen, and we appreciate you too. We appreciate you too for sure. And quickly, we'll do a poll for best dress for tonight. Darryl, go ahead and submit that poll.
Actually, Toastmaster Shastri, we don't have that poll ready to go.
I just created it for us, Sonia.
But Gary is amazing, and he just made it on the spot.
This thing is, you can't see my whole outfit.
Do you want to launch that for us, Sonia? It should be called Best Dressed.
Best dress poll has been launched. And I'm closing it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, can we get your email address in the chat? You can send it to me directly. So if you are a winner, we can correspond with you. Thank you.
And tonight we have a 3-way tie for our winners. We have lots of good and best dressed folks tonight. Winner number 1, put your hands together for Guest Denny. Winner number 2, put your hands together for Toastmaster Michelle. And winner number 3, put your hands together for Toastmaster Micheline. Let's see those eyeglasses, Micheline. That's why you won. Let's show it off and all that glitter. Congratulations, best dressed.
Awesome. Thank you, Sonia. And thank you to all of you for joining us tonight. We had a wonderful meeting. Please join us next week. We do have a regular meeting. Would like to see all your faces. And Micheline, our VP of membership, is free after the meeting for 5 minutes if you'd like to talk about additional information about the Toastmasters program. Again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Hanukkah, yes, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great week and see you
guest.
next week. Go ahead.
Yeah, before we close, there's one guest I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting one guest here.
How dare you?
I know, right?
Oh, hi, I'm Anna. I'm Shastri's wife. And my brother is Tomas, the one down in the corner. And that's it. Right?
So what did you think about the meeting?
I thought the meeting was great. I don't think I'll join, but I like seeing people talk.
I guess because Shastri is in the club already, that's why.
Yeah. And Thomas and Maria, you had to step away, but we had a wonderful meeting. I know that you were at the end of the meeting. Did you guys catch the end of the meeting?
Yes, we did. We were a little upset that we only caught about half of the trivia, but if we would have caught the whole trivia, we would have won. Definitely. 100%.
Okay. All right, well, thank you so much you all for joining us tonight. And if you'd like to speak to your membership, please stay behind, and we'll put you in a breakout room with her. Anyone want to speak to Micheline?
Bye.
Bye, y'all.